So this is the first of hopefully many podcasts that we'll be doing together. My name's Johnny Zero, and with me I have Shaner Macaulay.
That's right, Shaner Macaulay.
Our viewers can't actually see you, so vocalize as much as you can.
I will.
The nodding head thing,
Yeah.
they probably don't see that.
Yeah, I'll just say yep a lot.
Yep. So this is our first venture into the podcast world, and we have absolutely no idea what we're doing. We've picked a topic, which is punk bands in general. Punk bands, we're considering doing, we're going to start out with Canadian punk bands. We're Canadians, we're punks, we love Canadian punk, we love going to shows, we love listening to punk music, imparting it upon our offspring, and making them dance and scream and headbang and flip out and have a generally great time.
Should we maybe start out with a little bit of history behind ourselves?
Yes.
You start.
I'm Johnny. I'm 36. I'm a dad, an aspiring musician. I own a construction company, and apparently by night I run a podcast. I'm married, 2 children, love my wife, love my kids. I'm a musician as well, currently and previously in the band Blamethrower from Oshawa, Ontario. And I love the radio. I love, just punk music and satellite radio, listening to punk music from all over California, New York, and all other regions, and just listening to what's new and what's out there, and that's my passion. Shane?
Well, you could have went in a little deeper than that about, living in Vancouver on the West Coast and driving rancid around town, but we can dig into that a little deeper later.
For another episode.
Yeah, myself, I work in radio. I've been there 18 years. Before that, I ran OntarioPunk.com for 8 or 9 years. Also a dad, husband, happily married, 3-year-old child, son. My son and Johnny's girls get along great.
Isn't that funny? We've both been married for 8 years.
Yep.
And watched a lot of dudes and families and other punks flip back and forth through lots of different relationships and stuff, and I'm just kind of looking at us and being like, you know what, sometimes it actually does work out.
Yeah, it does. And now we're back into the punk scene, so let's get into some punk rock. All
right. We've got a couple of albums Shane brought over. Not gonna lie, Shane is of the elder punk community. He's been at this a lot longer than I have.
Yes, I am 42. I forgot to mention that.
And while we have become fast friends, I will admit that I'll be listening to a lot of this music for the first time today. I won't pretend like I'm some sort of local expert in punk music. As one of my friends said a long time ago, I wish I could listen to, Pink Floyd and Queen for the first time with virgin ears, instead of the tired old played version that I've had in my head for the last 50 plus years. So good for me. I'm a virgin. All right. We've got Jersey from Hamilton, Ontario.
Yeah. Hamilton or Burlington, that area anyway.
All right. We'll figure that out. Exit 57 Records. This is a compilation of yours.
Yeah, that was me and Murray. Murray, I think it's MDS he worked for. Yeah, it was his own company. That's a long time ago. But let's dive right into the big stuff so listeners are more familiar.
Yeah, you want to go that big fast?
Let's go big first.
Well, let's just announce what else we have here today.
All right.
So we've got Autumn Avenue, an album called Closer to Being Content. Friends of yours?
Yeah, that was also on Exit 57 Records.
And this is an acoustic album?
Yeah.
Cool. One called Mugshot, Get Well Soon.
Yep.
Shane is allegedly on the album cover of this.
I am.
Very beautiful artwork with 50s diner aesthetic with Shane's head in his hands, with a presumably drunk coffee with a.
It's more of it's more of a depressing feel, a sad feel.
All right.
Get well soon. Yep.
Oh, that's cool. I like how on the back they have like one of those jukeboxes that are like at the table, and in the jukebox, I'm assuming that those are the song titles for the actual item.
Yep.
Album
yep,
rather.
Yep.
That's really cool.
Yep.
Said that one already. And then we've got some standard Ontario/Canadian punks. Some 41, all killer, no filler, and Gob, too late, no friends. I'm gonna do that again. Gob, too late, no friends. All right, where are they's guys from? They're in Vancouver.
Vancouver,
right?
yeah.
I thought so. You ever seen Gob?
Yeah. So I have lots of stories about Gob.
Yeah. Let's start with the Gob album. We'll play that one,
and then we'll come back to storytelling.
Tell the story while I get it set up, and then tell a story while I get it set up.
Okay, I have many stories about Gob. I'll start with the early day stories. So a friend's band, Accident Prone, we were playing at the Dungeon. Steve and all those guys from Accident Prone, awesome time. Gob was headlining. And, I'm hanging out with Accident Prone. I can't really say it's a backstage because it's the Dungeon. But I'm hanging out at the stage. And, I guess the tour manager for Gob gave me shit. Told me get away from Gob's guitars because they're worth more than my life.
Brutal.
Yeah, anyway, Theo came over to me and apologized and then started telling me these funny-ass jokes. Poop and shit jokes. Just made me feel so much better. Awesome guys.
Theo, and so the Dungeon is, for those of, just in case this podcast reaches anywhere outside of the Durham region, or ears that are less than 35 to 45 years old, the Dungeon, explain the Dungeon a little bit.
The Dungeon is 44 Bond Street in Oshawa, probably about 45 minutes east of Toronto. It's been gone for probably 15, 20 years. Ed and Maggie used to run the music hall in Oshawa. They got shut down because of COVID and lockdowns and all that. They bought it up and they're rebuilding it. And it's coming alive again, which is super cool. And I would love to have Gob out. Maybe for an opening. That would be super cool.
Wouldn't that be cool?
And anyway, I'm going to lead this story. You got it lined up, so I'm going to be super fast on this one. I work at 94.9 The Rock, and Gob came into the station one night, but I was at home. Gob missed me and left me a note. Maybe I'll post this. We should start probably a podcast Facebook page or something. They left me a really nice note saying, "Hey Shane, where are you? We miss you." So I came into work the next day and they left me this really nice note with a drawing. Anyway, this one's gonna be going out for Gob.
Extra, extra. Now we are. And we're back. That was Gob. With Extra Extra. Again, I'm not going to lie. That's actually the first time I've ever heard this album and that song. I've seen Gob once at a place in Vancouver called The Venue, which I thought was pretty cool because, I mean, it was 2009. It was anywhere between 2007 and 2010. I'm going to say probably around 8 or 9. And I was probably drunk. It was a great time. I went with some friends, and they put on a fantastic show. And, I hear you calling. The classics, the hits, the big radio hits that I've come to know and love. And I have a funny Gob story. Oh, what song is it? Oh, yeah. They did a cover of Rolling Stones' Paint It Black. And that was a really great cover.
Yeah, I actually like it better than the Stones song.
Well, Stones fucking suck anyway. So
yeah, I agree.
Gob definitely made everything better. Did I say Gob or God? Might as well.
Gob. Yeah. Gob's the new God.
When we were young, I remember I was in my friend Kelly's house and we're listening to that, and the part where they're like, maybe then I'll fade away and not have to face the facts. I used to think it said minivan. Minivan will fade away, and I used to drive a minivan, so we always used to call it minivan. And it was just one of those funny unheard lyrics when I was 17 or 18 years old, and we laughed about it. We were stoned a lot.
By Gob was actually released in 1995.
This one?
Yep.
This one, this album was released in 1995. 20 songs. Now, this is the fucking era of excellent music when, this is my opinion, by the way, when you could put 20 songs on an album and, it's not 12 polished, clean songs. It's 20 songs. It's quantity over quality.
Yeah.
Back then, even though this is presumably a pretty quality album, we'll get a little bit more into it too. But that was a great first song, Extra Extra by Gob.
You know what? Honestly, all of them are good. And there's a lot of people that'll buy an album for one song. I buy an album and I listen to it front to back always. And I'm always one of those guys that'll always pull out the liners and look at all the lyrics and read everything. Read the thank you notes.
This one doesn't have any liners.
No?
It's got a little bit of, no lyrics in the liners anyway. I'm opening the content, the media. It's got a bunch of pictures of them.
Oh, yeah.
Looking a little bit like cartoony.
Yep.
And no lyrics.
Yeah.
It just says who the band is on the inside of this. So the front album is pretty standard punk take on an album. It's like a ripped out thing that says Gob. It looks like it was ripped out of a magazine and stuck
Doesn't
there.
it say something about Dylan, like the actor? I think it does.
Where?
I don't know.
I don't know. What actor? This actor?
Yeah.
There's a guy on the front.
Yeah.
I guess you're probably talking about. There's a dude with a gold motorcycle helmet that's fallen over on the sidewalk.
I feel like there's a credit, though, and it's like the Dylan guy from Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's just coincidence, though.
Maybe. Band photos inside, booklet by Paul Clark, Andrew Dennison, a Photosonic live crowd photo by unknown photographer. All songs written by Theo and Tom. Are they related?
No.
No?
No. So here, this is a good lead. Theo and Tom. Theo went on to fill in for Sum 41 for a bit. He went on tour.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You were mentioning that, but
yeah.
Who did he fill in for?
I think it was Dave.
Yeah.
And we saw Dave last Saturday.
Yes. Shane and I were lucky, blessed, and sober enough, or at least half of us, to go and check out Black Cat Attack at the Rotilicious in Ajax, which I've never been to before that I can remember. But we always used to go to the Spot in Ajax, and I used to play in a band called Princess Riot with Val, who's one of the two singers from Black Cat Attack. bless her soul. Love you, Val. And yeah, Dave, I guess, from Sum 41. This is his weekend party band, man. Like, there's 5 folks in this band. Ari, good friend of mine, dating a good friend of mine, Hillary. And I'm not sure if they want to be shouted out or not, but, I'll mention it anyway. Yeah, there was about 75 people at that show last weekend.
And a
I
lot
knew
of people,
about 20 of them.
A lot of people, yeah, and a lot of people know Dave as Brown Sound.
Yes. Super famous dude around here, I guess.
Yep.
Love him. Excellent guy. Very approachable. Shorter than I thought he was.
Still taller than me.
Was he really?
I'm 5'9".
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Man, I'm huge.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how tall I was until I got like boots and standing beside you and Dave.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I'm 6 foot, like, naturally, and I'm usually wearing a pair of fucking steel-toed boots because A, I'm in construction, and B, I don't like getting my toes stomped on while I'm in a mosh pit.
Yeah.
I don't really care to wear Chucks because I'm more of a function over form kind of person.
Yeah.
Which is also, ironically, why I don't have a lot of tattoos. I would like them, but I don't like needles. I have a couple.
But yeah, we could go into we can talk about this show because this was one of the best shows I've been to.
Oh God, hands down.
The basement of Roadylicious, great venue. It's where a band.
How about the sound in there too? It was honestly great.
It was great, and it's where a band called Gunt. It's their jam room.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to say too much because legal reasons.
What? Do you have something to say?
Well, no, I don't know. It's pretty underground.
What? Oh,
the venue. Yeah.
Oh, you know what though? I don't think anybody's listening to this podcast.
Yeah, it's true.
Number one,
BYOB.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't doing anything nefarious anyway because I've been on antibiotics since then. So
yeah.
Fortunately,
but it was a good time. So let's talk about both bands. Even the opening band, the one before.
Okay, so we didn't see the opening.
No. But Cross Dog, I really like them. I bought their vinyl. I should have brought it over tonight.
Oh, did you bring it?
I did not bring it.
Ah, fuck.
But we can do that next week.
Cool.
Yep. So let's get back to
Gob.
No.
Sum 41.
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go back to Sum 41, and then we'll talk about the show. We'll do a whole thing next week for that show.
For which show?
From Saturday.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I'll bring the record, and we can do Black Cat Attack.
So this is is this Sum 41's debut album?
I believe so. Yeah. All Killer, No Filler.
I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna pause this for 1 second. Or fuck it, it doesn't matter. I can just edit it out later. I remember reading in here when I was younger.
So I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I know Cone is born in 1980, and I'm born in 1980, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the band is pretty much the same age, and they all grew up in Ajax. I went to Pickering High School in grade 9. I feel like they came and performed in my high school at Pickering High. I would love to confirm this with them. Grade 9, they played in my gym because I was going through a big Green Day phase at the time.
Oh, I was right.
And I feel like they played a couple songs in our gym.
In your gym?
Yeah, and I thought they were fucking awesome.
And what year was that?
94, 95.
And you were born in 19... Okay, so you're
And
14,
then-
15.
Yeah, 14, 15. And then I saw them at
So were they called Sum 41 back then?
Well, I didn't know what they were called when they played in my high school, but I saw them at the Elmo, and I got a sticker, and they had the old Sum 41 logo that looked like an old Atari's video game. And at the bottom it said their website, but it was an old Angel Fire website, slash with a big long code, like long numbers.
By the way, we're doing almost no research for this first episode. We're just
we're winging it.
We're just talking about our experience with some of these bands because they're local to us, and we're just passionate about them and about how we perceived their music. Again, we're not experts on music or punk or anything. We're just a couple of guys sitting in the basement drinking a couple of beers, shooting the shit and listening to fucking albums that make us happy.
Sharing our experiences.
Exactly.
Yep.
So this is cool and funny because I'm opening up the liner notes from Sum 41, All Killer No Filler. And I remember actually reading this. My brother was a huge fan growing up. And I remember reading this and seeing this name in here, Joel Kasmy. Now, I remember being 19 and I was dating Lindsay from Princess Riot, who's gone on to do a lot of very big things.
No kidding.
And Joel, we scrounged together like fucking $2,000, I'm pretty sure it was. This 3-track demo. It was me, Val, this young girl, Julie, and Lindsay. And I was their drummer, but I had only just started playing drums for them. And so we had like, I don't know, 2 days or 3 days somewhere in Toronto. I can't remember what the fuck it was. But I remember the guy's name. That was the guy's name. It says assisted by Joel Kasmy, recorded at Metalworks Toronto. I don't think we were at Metalworks, but we were in this cool studio. And like, I had never recorded anything really outside of my trailer professionally to any capacity at that point in my life. And I was 19 and they, you know, we had done a couple of shows and, you know, sold some merch and there was like, you know, fundraisers and I'm pretty sure Lindsay backed like probably 3/4 of this thing herself, but I tried to contribute whatever the fuck I could, but I was in college and, yeah, that name, Joel Kasmy, 11 Hertz Music. I'm not sure if he's still doing stuff, but I looked him up a couple of years ago and, added him to Facebook and it was like, you know, pictures of him fucking skydiving and, you know, being totally vague and not really revealing anything about his life.
Crazy.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess he was involved in some capacity with this album too. These guys called themselves Busy D, Brown Sound, obviously, Cone, and Steve-O 32 in this album.
Oh, yeah?
Busy D.
I didn't know about the 32.
Yeah, that's funny, eh? So, yeah, who's in that band now? I guess Derek. I guess they went on hiatus for like a while, eh? And then kind of came back with a fucking vengeance because they've put out some very serious albums in recent and former years. And I mean, everything they've put out is fucking bangers. They're great Canadian punk band, a real example.
Absolutely.
Of what we're capable of.
They haven't really changed their style, and I like bands like that.
Yeah.
Bands like Billy Talent, Alexis on Fire, even Rise Against. Like, I'm not even going to go all Canadian here. There's a lot of bands that keep their style.
True that.
Good Riddance, Strung Out.
I am going to put on a track from All Killer No Filler. And we'll be back and talk some more about Sum 41. Hi! All right, we're recording again. We recorded me just saying, hi! Just FYI. So give me a track number.
4.
What is it?
Fat Lip.
What the fuck? Oh, I see.
Nobody came. I know I'm not the one you thought you knew back in high school. to let you know when. Don't count on me, I'll do it again. Don't count on me, it's the point you're missing. Don't count on me, 'cause I'm not listening. No good at lower middle class backpack, and I don't give a shit about nothing. But you don't make such a mullet cash, you be hooked. 'Cause if the egg don't stain, hook. In the telephone bar like songs with distortion. The dentist said my mom should have had an abortion. I don't wanna waste my time, become another casualty of society. I'll never fall in line, become another victim of your conformity. Back waste my time, casualty of society. Waste my time with that victim of your conformity. Back down.
And that was Sum 41. So, you have any Sum 41 stories?
Well, I mean, I've known the guys for a long time. I do actually have stories. They used to jam at they practiced at the Chameleon. They played a lot of shows there. They actually also jammed and practiced with... What happened?
Nothing.
Okay. They used to practice and share the same jam space as Not By Choice. And I was good friends with Not By Choice. And Chico, actually, they were Not By Choice was going on tour with Sum 41 across Canada. And Chico asked me to be their guitar tech. And I was like, right on. I'm going to go on tour with Not By Choice and Sum 41. I'm like, this is awesome. So I was ready to quit my job. I was working at Music World. Not a big deal. Didn't care. And a few weeks later, Not By Choice got signed by Maple Music. Maple Music said, hey, listen, we're in charge of choosing all your techs. So Chico came to me and said, sorry, man, it's not my decision.
Oh, that's too bad.
You can't come with us.
So that was a guitar tech position?
Yeah, all I had to do was tune their guitars and help them load in and load out.
Sweet.
Yeah, but that would have been cool. And Sum 41 has a DVD of that whole tour.
Man, remember how simple life was before kids and wives and stuff, and we could just pick up and like go across the country.
I know, right?
Fuck it, this job is a minimum wage job. I'm just gonna pick up and hang out with these guys for like 6 weeks or something.
You know, you're living.
Hope they feed me.
Living in your parents' basement.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Those were the days, huh?
But yeah, maybe next week I'll introduce some of our listeners to Not By Choice.
All right.
Maybe.
Oops. I got one from Black Cat Attack lined up.
Oh, perfect.
I want to see if we can...
perfect. I really enjoyed their set.
Yeah, so this is Dave's other band, Dave Brown Sound, Dave Baksh from Sum 41, that Shane and I went to go and view last weekend and had just a fucking fantastic time. These guys really know how to put on a show. I really wish that I could have had a few drinks at that show, but being completely sober at that show because I was on antibiotics, and sorry to everybody else who got COVID that day, but it wasn't for me. Did you hear about that?
No.
I'm not sure if you've seen, but like, fuck, I've seen like Brian got it, Sylvia got it, and I don't know, there's just a ton of people apparently that got COVID like right after that show.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Anyway, it was an amazing show. And if you ever get a chance to see them again, I think they were on like hiatus for like quite a while before that. Some just came off of like a European tour, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So Dave couldn't have been resting for more than like 6 minutes before they packed up and started practicing for this shit. So yeah, again, they were fantastic. Black Cat Attack. Check them out. That was Black Cat Attack with Punk Rebel Rise X.
Even better live.
Yeah. You can't really match the energy you feel from a punk show sitting in your basement, even on the best fucking sound system that money can buy. You know what? They just blow your fucking balls off when you're standing there, and you can feel the vibrations even at our age when I have to wear earplugs and Shane didn't, and he probably couldn't hear for like 5 days after that. But
No, I could hear the ocean for 5 days.
you know what? We only got a couple of good ones left, eh, buddy?
Yep.
All right. What are we on to now?
I don't know. Since we're in this mood for that show, you want to cross over to Cross Dog real quick? Well, I mean, I didn't bring the vinyl, but we could just
talk about him, and I will pull up a see if I can find
So
anything on them.
I'll tell a real quick story here. So I bought the vinyl from Cross Dog, who was the band that opened previously for Black Cat Attack. The girl Tracy, super awesome chick. She's a real good screamer chick. So much energy. They finished with a cover song for All My Friends Are Dead, which was an awesome cover.
Turbo Negro.
Yep, exactly. But I play this vinyl at home when I'm working on my computer because I work from home. And when my son comes home from daycare, the first thing he does, he comes upstairs. He always wants to say hi, Daddy. And he hears me playing this album, and he cranks it to, 11. And he gets up on the bed, and he starts screaming into a pretend microphone, and he starts throwing pillows and jumping around. Like, he creates his own mosh pit. So I get up on the bed with him, and he wants to, he wants me to lift him up like he's in a pit. So,
Very political band, these guys. At least that's the way they came off with some of their content.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate using your voice for good. And here is a song called Tight Shirt by Cross Dog.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Peel off, it's raging hot in this tight shirt that I'm wearing. And I know you're liking
That was Cross Dog from Peterborough with Tight Shirt. Tight band. They were really good. Lot of noise coming from just a three-piece. I think the guy's name was Mark. Was that Mark Rand? Is that what they called him that night? He was just playing a bass, and he had two awesome Gibson basses. This guy was just ripping these things around.
Yeah.
And no guitar, just a bass and two fucking pedal boards.
And Tracy, man, she had so much energy.
Yeah, these guys were great.
Just running all over the place, standing on the monitors.
Which weren't much because we only had about 6 foot of headroom in that basement.
Yeah.
So that was a very energetic show.
Just
and you know what?
The walls were sweating.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They probably had just about as big a crowd as the headliner, which was fantastic because they deserved it. I mean, not that the headliner didn't. They obviously did too, but it was good to see people coming out earlier and supporting the whole show and all the acts as opposed to just coming out and seeing, the headliner. And it was a rocking good time.
That's always nice to see.
All right, we're going to take a little break and figure out what the fuck we're doing next. Be right back. Okay, we're back from our short break. Shane, do you want to tell us a little bit about Screaming at Traffic?
Yeah, so Screaming at Traffic. So I was on vacation in Winnipeg. Yep, that's where I like to go for vacation.
Why the fuck would you want to go to Winnipeg for vacation?
One of my best friends, they're in Winnipeg. So I was out there seeing the Rocks, Matt and Rhonda. Matt plays in many bands, and they were playing a show, and a friend of his and Kyle's introduced me to Duncan. He plays in a band called Screaming at Traffic.
Screaming at Traffic.
And I met him, and he was the nicest guy ever. And he was telling me how they were going on tour, and they had a stop in Oshawa coming up. I said, fuck, right on. I'm at the Atria. I said, I will be there. It was like 3 weeks from now when I was there. And so I flew home and showed up at the show, and it was an awesome set. I loved it. And it turned out their accommodations didn't turn out the way it worked out. So they needed a place to crash. So I said, hey, you can crash in my basement. My wife and son were a little nervous, so they left the house and slept somewhere else. But they crashed at my place. They were super awesome. They were gone in the morning. Cleaned up.
Did they have any tour riders, like, wet wipes in the bathroom that you had to...
No.
Red M&Ms?
No. Awesome guys. And actually, it turns out I was chatting with one of my photographers when I ran OntarioPunk.com. One of my photographers, he actually messaged me and said, hey, how do you know Screaming at Traffic? His ex-girlfriend recently broke up with him.
Oh.
And
there's an album.
Yeah, and she moved. They're actually still best friends, but she moved to Winnipeg and is dating one of the guys with at Screaming at Traffic.
The fuck is with everybody moving to Winnipeg?
Yeah, I know, right? Like Laura Jane Grace wants to move to Winnipeg.
For real?
Yeah.
Why?
But I think that's because of what's that band called? Something Galore.
Pussy Galore?
Malone Galore.
Pussy Galore. That was a fucking Bond villain, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's such a small world in the punk community.
Did you saw Laura Jane Grace too, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. At the music hall.
Yep.
Was the music hall?
No, they I think they moved the show to the Biltmore.
Oh, that's right. It's not called the music hall anymore.
Right.
It's called the Biltmore.
The music hall is now the 44 Bond.
Right.
which is not yet open, but I would like to get on that topic soon too, because I would really like to promote 44 Bond.
Yeah.
And get the scene going again there.
In Oshawa, there's not much apart from the Atria for
shows.
Well, for, DIY punk venues.
Right.
There used to be the Wasted Space. That's not there anymore. There used to be, the Dungeon, the Velvet Elvis.
The Mustache Club.
Exactly, the Mustache Club.
That was my favorite. Ugh. Yeah.
How long were they there?
8 years.
I don't even think it was quite that long, was it?
No, 6 years?
I think it was, it was a pretty short run. But I've had the pleasure of gracing that stage more than once, and it's always an amazing time.
Yeah.
They had a great vibe in there. They had just a great sound.
Absolutely. I saw you guys with The Awareness multiple times. I saw Anti-Flag there. I saw Gob there.
Decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What's the capacity of that place?
No more than 300 for sure.
I think it's only like 120.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Or it was anyway.
Yeah.
So this place is the second floor of a sports bar, and then there's a sort of another area on top of it. Used to be called the patio above, or previously the crow's nest and the bombshell and whatever it was. And just another great place to create, another great space to be in and be part of something. And that's what punk rock is all about here in Oshawa, Ontario. Let's get to another song from Screaming at Traffic. This one is called YBF. And we're on. That was YBF by Screaming at Traffic. What does YBF stand for? Do you have any idea?
No, it's funny because I was talking to Kyle out in Winnipeg, and he asked the band, and they said they came up with a few answers, but We're not really too sure. We couldn't take them seriously. So I think it's an inside joke.
Ah.
Yeah.
So it's not an airport in Canada.
No.
Well, there's all those other airports in Canada, you know, YYZ and
Yeah.
whatever.
No,
What's
I think
Pearson?
it's an inside joke that they're not telling anyone.
Ah. Well, that's no fun.
Yeah.
It's also fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of fun, that was a fun video. You obviously didn't watch it because I was just watching it on my phone.
Yeah, it's a great video.
But it just brings me back in the camaraderie of being a touring band. There's 4 dudes piling themselves into an Astro van. I can only imagine how that smells. And, you know, eating pizza and bowling and drawing on each other's shirts. And
That's exactly what showed up in my driveway that night.
that van?
Yeah.
Wow. That
Yeah.
thing has seen some things.
Yeah.
Just a blue safari van with probably 1 million fucking miles on it. That's awesome, though. Did anybody in the band seem handy? Like if it broke down, they would know how to do something about
I
it?
don't know, man. They just looked tired.
Yeah. That's what happens when you play the Atri.
Like, I mean, I was last man standing.
Oh, yeah. That's not all that uncommon, though. I don't know what, like, we go to the trailer, you and I, sometimes, and I'll fucking go to bed because I got 2 kids to wake up to.
Yeah, yeah.
And, like, it'll be, you know, midnight. And that's pushing it for me.
Yeah.
But there's been nights where, you know, the kids are already been asleep for fucking 2 hours or something. And we'll be up and we'll be just shooting the shit, smoking cigarettes, drinking fucking beers around the fire until, like, what? 2 or 3 fucking o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Just stupid because we have to take care of children the next day and they're tough. It's not always, you know, potty training and sunshine.
Yeah.
But no, they're good.
No.
We
And you're like, you're going to bed, and I'm like, all right, man. I'll
see you in another 2 hours.
Yeah. I'll put the fire out.
2 hours later, I hear the fucking trailer door come closing, and it's like, the fuck are you doing out there for 2 hours? Just enjoying the night sky. Yeah, I want to get to do some writing up there. Nice place for it, and I always have a guitar with me, even though I barely ever play it.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Another beer. Well, we've probably played, I don't know, 5 or 6 songs.
Well, how about what do you want to do? You want to end something with? What about your band?
Flamethrower?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we have a punk song.
Let's throw some. Let's try to bring up some. Let's boost the local punk scene up while we're talking about 44 Bond, trying to get the local scene in.
Okay. Here's a song called Home and Heartbreak from our album from 2017, Ground Beef for Breakfast. Now, we were writing music with this chap, Kyle, and I was a riff factory back then. I mean, I just could write riffs all day long, but it took a lot out of me to structure a song. And Kyle was really this guy who helped me shape a lot of these tunes from our album. And then he unfortunately passed away from fentanyl overdose. It was about 5 years ago. So we actually released the album without him posthumously. And he wasn't actually featured on any of these finished tracks, but a lot of what he wrote made it onto these tracks. Home and Heartbreak was about him, not written with him. His last name was Homan, so it's not Home and Heartbreak like the song would suggest. It's actually a double meaning, Homan, Heartbreak. Jesus. I don't remember it having that long of an ending. But yeah, that's a fun one. Home and Heartbreak by my band, Flamethrower, from right here in good old Oshawa, Canada. So we haven't been playing too much lately, but we actually had a jam this Monday. We finally got 3 of the 4 originals together and tried out a new guitar player. Hopefully someday soon we'll be show ready again and play some fucking shows. And you're on.
Alrighty, we're back. So, next up, we're gonna talk about broom filler, and I've been chatting with Richard. I've known him for a very long time through OntarioPunk.com, and he's been struggling with his goddaughter. She's been battling cancer.
Oh, poor girl.
Yeah, she's I think she's 13 now. She's back into Sick Kids in Toronto. Last year, I know he wrote a song and was trying to make some money off of the song. They had it played on 94.9 The Rock to raise awareness. And they're doing it again this year with a new song. And
this band is?
This band is called Broom Filler. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And where am I going with this? This song this year is Joy to the World, and it's a punk rock Christmas cover. So let's play this, and if you want to look it up, it's on YouTube. Just look up Broom Filler, Joy to the World. All the Sick Kid donations, instructions are there if you want to help out.
Links in the comments.
Her name is Sarah.
Here we go. Broom Filler, Joy to the World.
Let every heart prepare.
And that was Broomfiller with Joy to the World. More Christmas songs coming up in the following weeks.
Absolutely.
I'll definitely play some of ours. They're horrible and excellent. All right. Where are we going now?
Well, what do you think? We can squeeze 1-2 more in?
Do you have any personal connections or other stories about Broomfiller?
I do, but I don't have anything queued up, and I'm unprepared for that. I just had that one.
Oh, okay. You know what? We've got quite a lot of content to review here. It's 11:15. Let's drink a beer and call it a night.
Yeah, or we can quickly... do you have Spotify?
No.
No, okay.
But you can hook up to that thing if you want.
Okay. We can push for more local music.
Let's have it.
44 Bond's going to be opening soon. I really want to push... I don't know if I mentioned... I really want to get these podcasts when we get them going. I registered CanadaPunk.ca.
You did?
I did.
Really?
Yep.
Awesome.
So let's get the Canadian indie punk scene going.
Gonna get fucking Canada Punk back off the ground?
I will.
Sounds good, buddy.
Yep. Let's do this.
All right.
So
So what are we hearing next?
what do you want to hear next? What CDs do we have? Do you want to end with... let's end with some Silverstein.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's in my bag.
Okay, let's cue that up.
Okay. Well, Johnny cues up Silverstein live at the Elmo. I met Silverstein back in early 2000s, maybe 99, 2000. They were playing YMCA shows in Burlington, Oakville. I met Shane Told. Went down and got a CD from him so I could review it for OntarioPunk.com. Awesome guy. I still see him at shows. I still run into him. Awesome dude. He's come by my work a few times. Anyway, super awesome dude. I love what they do. They've grown so much. I'm so proud of them. This one's called My Heart Bleeds No More from Live at the Elmo.
But I want this to make the fucking DVD right now. you with proof of what you put me through. I wanted to pretend that it was you. Alright, I'm a fucking trouble. Are you fucking ready? I said, are you ready? Killing everything, loving life. It's not to everything you got. Like a me, you mine, now, this is not just now. Not the ritual, this was no one else. I'm looking for slightly, and for you, I stay on the ground. Thank you, Toronto! Thank you. You cast these scars across my face. You can't break.
And that was My Heart Bleeds No More by Silverstein. Silverstein?
Silverstein was it's named after Shel Silverstein,
Oh, really?
the author from the books we used to read as kids. Do you remember those? Because my wife does not remember those books.
Where the Sidewalk Ends?
Exactly.
And what else? There was a few more of them.
Yep.
I'm
There
sure.
was a thick white book with a bunch of short stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good guy, that Shell.
Yep.
So how many times have you seen that band?
Oh, Jesus. 50?
If I've seen them, it would have been at a Warp Tour in probably around 06.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
The name's familiar, but I really don't know any of their songs.
I've seen them so many times.
Based on that, they sound fucking amazing, and I would definitely
They
love to
are
see them.
fucking amazing.
I know you invited me out to a show like a couple weeks ago, but I didn't make it,
Yeah.
and now I regret it.
Yeah. They're awesome.
Sounds like a ripping fucking band.
Yep.
What do you like about them?
Everything. Every single thing. I liked them from the first time I saw them at the YMCAs or the community centers in Burlington, Oakville.
Where are they from?
They're from Burlington, Oakville area.
Oh, yeah, they're from that side.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, they have another good song about Toronto and just, not wanting to come back. And it's just, I don't know, just a really great band altogether.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to delving into some deep cuts with you in the future.
Absolutely.
For now, I think we're going to call it a night.
Yep. It's been a long one.
We got a lot to edit. And yeah, this was a good first run. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Listeners,
We'll be back.
until next time.